In the US, the wide-body UPS cargo plane has crashed during takeoff at an airport in Kentucky, leaving 3 people dead and 11 others injured. The governor in Kentucky has said the number of deaths could rise. At the moment, this is a developing news story. We can disclose to our viewers that US air safety authorities have launched an investigation, and the Louisville International Airport, home to a major UPS cargo hub, has now closed the airfield. Dramatic visuals coming in, playing out on your screens at the moment as officials warn that the death toll is likely to rise. That's something that the governor has also echoed in his latest statement as the US cargo plane has crashed near the Kentucky airport. Vishal has been tracking the latest. He joins us live from the newsroom at the moment. Vishal, unfortunate news coming in from the US this morning of 3 deaths and 11 injuries so far.
That's exactly right, Parmeshwar, and the numbers are likely to rise is what the officials have just said. The briefing has just ended. They have clearly stated that there's no risk of anyone being trapped under the wreckage, but it is indeed a tragedy. 3 people have died. All 3 are supposed to be crew that were operating the plane. It seems to be a UPS plane, which is a emergency services and also a mail provider in the US, but the biggest mail provider in the US. It remains to be seen what was the cause of the incident, because authorities have clearly stated that it is too dangerous for the investigators to go into the wreckage and start probing the whole matter, because the fuel is still burning in some places. It was 38,000 gallons of jet fuel that was on board the plane, and all of that has been turned into a ball of fire. We have the visuals on screen that clearly show the huge ball of fire as the plane touches the ground. It explodes. 3 people have died, as I mentioned previously, and 11 people have been injured. It still the cause of the incident, as I mentioned, is likely to be determined in weeks or months. It could take some time, because NTSB, the top body that investigates these cases, they are yet to deploy investigators to the scene. As I mentioned, it's too dangerous for them to go into the wreckage right now, as the fuel is still burning. We have the latest images on screen. In the recent 1 year or so, there have been many instances of air crashes in the US, on the US soil, and which have sort of put a big question mark on the whole US aviation industry, because it seems to be one of the safest destinations as far as the aviation is concerned, but there have been many instances, as I mentioned. So this will have to be investigated properly, and the Kentucky governor has clearly stated that 3 people have died and numbers are likely to rise.
Right. Meanwhile, Vishal, just talk to us about what we're seeing on our screens at the moment. This footage, it appears to show that the aircraft's left engine is on fire as it attempted to lift off as well.
And we'll have to wait for confirmation on what led to the huge ball of fire, because the authorities have clearly indicated there was as high as 38,000 gallons of jet fuel. That's highly inflammable, so that could be one of the causes as to what led to the spark that led to the huge ball of explosion. 3 people, the 3 crew members have died, 11 have been injured, and no one seems to be trapped under the wreckage of the huge ball of fire and the debris. People are still trying to get to the wreckage. As I mentioned, it's too dangerous to approach the site because it's still burning. Jet fuel can raise the temperatures more than 1,000 times to the normal temperature. So that gives you a scale of the damage that can be done to the people who try to approach the scene and try to do some probing into the matter. It's too early to comment on the cause. Air crash investigations sometimes take years. That probably won't be the case this time, but it will still take some time to zero in on the cause of the incident.
Right, we'll of course keep a close eye on all the developments. Vishal, though this crash has occurred as the United States continues to face a prolonged government shutdown as well, that seems to have disrupted aviation operations.
That's exactly right, and that's a very key point that you mentioned, because these disruptions have been attributed to this shutdown, because due to the shutdown, a lot of these aviation crew members have been furloughed. They have been put on indefinite leave, and sometimes, the fact that they have been on unpaid, working schedule, they seem to take, unscheduled leaves, and the government cannot really do anything about it. So a lot of people seem to be on leave as far as the whole aviation spectrum is concerned in the US. That has been attributed to a lot of recent troubles as far as the US aviation is concerned. Many delays have been reported. The websites have been, put down. We'll have to see how this shutdown unfolds, because right now we've entered, it could be in a few hours time, we'll have the longest ever on record shutdown in the US history. So that is indeed one of the reasons why many disruptions have taken place. But as far as this incident is concerned, to tie both the things together, it's too early to comment on that.
Vishal, as always, thank you so much for joining us with all the key details at this point.